Today, I will discuss filters and I am sure you will learn everything about filters. I will use shortcuts which will ease your daily data preparation and your skill will be few steps higher. Working on filters is same as household filters. In Excel, we use filters to extract the desired data using some given criteria. Let's take an example of this dataset. This dataset has 21 columns and almost 10,000 rows. You can turn on filters in many ways. You can use this button to apply filter. This tiny button attached to this cell is a filter. If you click on this button, a drop-down list pop up. Another way is to use keyboard shortcuts. One shortcut is to hold ctrl+shift+l. Another shortcut is alt+d+f. Both the shortcuts will turn on and off the filters. For example, if you need filter, you press ctrl+shift+l. To turn off, use the same filter, ctrl+shift+l. Same shortcut. Sometimes you might notice filters are not turned on in few columns. This is mainly because there might be some columns without any headers, like this. Now, if I apply filter in second column, filter will be turned on only in the left half because there is a blank column. Let me undo it using Ctrl+Z, which is also a shortcut to turn off filters if previous step was turning on. Another situation is after you turn on the filter, you might notice some parts of the data is out of filter range. Let me show you the case. Apply filter and there are this number of rows. But now if I remove filter and insert some blank rows and turn on filter, I have only this number of rows that are under this filter coverage. So before applying filters, you must ensure that there are no blank rows or continuous data should be in the dataset. If you don't want to check, then I would suggest selecting all the cells using keyboard shortcut Ctrl+A twice. Now turn on filters and you get all the data within filter range. If you click on any filter, it will display a drop-down list. You can use down arrow to travel the list and use ESC or escape button to hide the list. This list is important because all the menu options from here will help us to get the desired data. It has mainly two parts. First part is sorting related and the second part is filter related, and this data in this box changes as per the data type in the cell. Data type means what type of data, like is it integer or float or decimal or character or date. Depending on the data type, these menus change. First column is integer type data, the second column is character type, and the third column is date. Now check this. If I press down arrow, I can easily move from sort to any number in this box passing through this search box. For second column, it is also same, but in the third column, which is a date data type, I got a break. I got this tiny menu which I don't need right now. I want to travel through these dates. So after reaching in this search box, press tab twice and you are in this box. Now use spacebar to select or deselect any item in it. This search box is very useful in filters. For example, if I need to get all the postal codes which are containing number 90, I simply travel to this search box and type 90. All the postal codes with 90 will be visible. Here I want to point out two things. First, if you want to filter data from search box directly, you can use shortcut Alt, down arrow, then E. Your cursor will be directly in the search box. Secondly, if I want to filter those numbers which are starting with 90 or any other numbers, search box is not proper menu to use. Instead, we use text filters. Select text filters and right arrow, a new menu will appear. Here we can see few options which are self-explanatory, like equal, does not equal, begins with, contains, etc. And at the end is custom filter. Click here and we get a window. If you click here, you will see few more options along with the previous one. Select this one, begins with, and hit tab and type 90 and OK. You will get postal codes which are starting with 90. Same thing can be done directly from here. Now let us use filters in number data types. So here we get number filters. The menus are equal, does not equal, greater than or equal to, and the opposite, less than equal to, between, top 10, etc. Top 10 is important. If you hit this option, it will display a small window. It is named as top 10, but you can filter any top numbers as per your requirements. The first box shows top or bottom numbers. Second box, which has two buttons to increase or decrease the number of items you need, like 20 or 5. In the next box, we have two options, items and percent. If I select as item, it will show that many rows, like 5. But if I select percent, it will display the top 5 percentage wise. Percentage is calculated adding up these all items and the ratio is considered. Let me show you this. So I will insert a column, ctrl+ spacebar to select the entire column, and ctrl and shift and plus, and in this new column I will divide this number with the sum of these numbers. Then percentage and drag this till the end of this column. Increase the decimals to get better view. Now top 10 and select percent here and OK. These are almost 1000. So color these to identify later. From this filter we can see that the lowest percent is 0.0249%. Clear the filter. Now we will filter this by color. Select this option, filter by color, right arrow and select no fill. Now if we check the largest percentage from here, we will see that this is smaller than the previous one. Therefore, we understand that the top 10% is not necessarily will show 10 items. It will depend on the percentage. There are color filters in Excel. I showed you already. Let me discuss it a little more. So I have colored regions. If I open up the filter menus, I got filter by color option, but it is sanded, which means nothing is colored in this column. But here filter by color is not sanded, so expand it and we have these colors for each region. Select any and the data will be filtered. In state column, we have two color options visible, filter by cell color and filter by font color. Select this cell color, green colored items are shown, and filter by font color, which is red, these are selected. Also, if you need to display those items which are not colored, select no fill for cell color and automatic for font color. So that's all for now. I hope you have understood the working of filters in detail. I will share this workbook. If you need this, please comment in the comment box. You just need few practices on this. Please try to use shortcuts more and more. Thank you. Please like and subscribe.